On the Occupy Flagstaff House turned to Red Friday?
Well, to be honest with you, I love the whole idea. I think it's positive. It's nothing subversive or unconstitutional about it. The fact that it's growing on the social media, you know, a new mechanism, attracting people of some depth in terms of knowledge.
I had a question about it. I read Atukwamina Dazi's article. Yeah. He's back, starting to write his articles, and he calls it the beginning of the revolution. And I'm asking, what revolution within the democracy?
Well, I'm not sure he was talking of subversion,
right,
or unconstitutional
he's not.
Disruption.
Correct.
Once he's not talking about that, I'm in love with the idea. It's positive. You interrogate ideas, you interrogate issues. You understand? People bring their expertise and competence to bear on matters. And government itself is out there. A lot of government communicators, including the president himself, are very, very active on social media, Facebook, networking, and all the rest. So I think there's an aggregation of, you know, well-intentioned Ghanaians with very positive ideas converging. Maybe that's the revolution he's talking about, a new wavelength in terms of where to interrogate issues and share ideas. There's nothing subversive about this process, and I don't think we should attempt to bastardize it. It should be encouraged. If a listening government, a very critical-minded government, can pick a lot of positive ideas from that place. Okay, I'm very technologically challenged, but of late, yes, I am. Everybody knows that, but you'll be surprised. I'm picking a lot from there.
I see you on Facebook.
Yes, I'm now there. You know, getting a bit.
Well, you've been there for a while now.
Yes.
A few friends on Facebook.
Now, Felix,
they're dealing with me.
2 minutes on that. Their first attempt was to practically, physically march to the Flagstaff House. That was met with some difficulty. Now they say, look, we are a very intelligent group of people. We'll do it this way. Wear your voice, just a red shirt, or red tie, or red shoe, red handbag, or red earrings, whatever it is. Yes?
Well, let me say that the constitutional right that every Ghanaian has to express himself, engage in any form of public manifestation, demonstrate, or any other form of protest is one that government respects. It doesn't matter the class of people involved, their social status, or what have you.
And it doesn't matter that Nana Kumia turns it into a red Saturday.
Well, I mean, politicians would always have this genuine sentiments.
No politicians.
No, I disagree with that. You see, again, I think that they've made too much of an attempt to make themselves sound apolitical. It doesn't matter what they believe in.
They didn't want
the most important. No, but it's not true that they are entirely non-partisan. You see, there are people who are known partisan elements who are in there. For me, it doesn't matter. What they believe in does not matter. It is what they are saying that, for me, we should look at.
Sure.
There are some legitimate concerns that they've raised that touch on the livelihoods of all Ghanaians. It is legitimate, and government has stated.
You said we're spreading doom.
Government has stated. I didn't refer to them. There are people who harvest genuine sentiments expressed by the citizenry for partisan or sectarian gain. That is part of our political existence as a nation. We cannot run away from that. They will exaggerate the problem with a view to scoring political points. That is part of the game that we've been playing since this whole, political party activity began in this country. So for me, it is not a problem. But they have raised issues, some of which are a bit nebulous. For instance, one of their points of petition.
Remember, I gave it 2 minutes.
Yes, one of their points of petition was that there was over-politicization of national issues. I mean, how is government supposed to deal with that? If an NPP commentator, for instance, says that the Blasters lost because the neck of their jersey was in NDC colors, when in fact it is not true, and that he blames President Mahama for it. How can government do anything about that kind of statement? It's a politicization of a national team's performance.
If I ask you a question about what you are supposed to do, you haven't done, and you begin to tell me that the NPP didn't do it.
No, but it depends on what argument we are having. If Nana Kumia attacks government on any particular matter, and I point out that there's a lack of sincerity and consistency and objectivity in his viewpoint, because when he was in power, ABCD happened. It cannot be deemed as politicization. But in any event, how does government address that issue?
No, they are suggesting that political equalization is no excuse for incompetence and ineptitude.
Yeah, but again, that word incompetence and ineptitude is subjective. The very fact that you disagree with the pronouncement, please. The fact that you disagree with the pronouncement by a government appointee or somebody affiliated to the governing party or some measure that government has taken doesn't mean that incompetence or ineptitude has been displayed.
Okay.
They spoke about energy. I have demonstrated here that something is being done. They spoke about water.
Right.
And I've demonstrated that by 2015, 85% of urban dwellers will have access to potable water. 76% will have access to potable water in rural areas.
Thank you very much,
For me, that
Thank
is
you
what
very
we
much.
should
You're
focus
still
on.
here on Newsfile. This is your most authoritative news analysis show. Is brought to you by Bank of Africa, as strong as a group and close as a partner. Errata Motors, the best vehicles at the best prices. Star Travel Policy from Star Assurance, and Star Assurance, that's your solid partner. Vital Mineral Water, your new experience mineral water. MTN, welcome to the new world. ZipNet, that's your residential internet service provider. They are simply reliable. Falcon Properties, own your own property. We'll be right back after this break. We'll be looking at the Ghanaians, about 200 of them, who Brazilian authorities say have applied for asylum after watching the Ghanaians play, or the Black Stars play. And the Brazilian authority is reported by the BBC to be expecting the number to rise up to 1,000 by the end of the tournament. We'll ask other questions about the committee being converted into a commission, is it? And you know about the 60 eminent personalities in sports who are also doing right now in a meeting. They started yesterday, they are continuing today. Parliament is also seeking to set up its own committee also to look into all the matters associated with the Black Stars. Kwame Akufo has some ideas. He will also share them with us right after this break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Newsfile, your most authoritative news analysis show. We would like to announce officially that those of you who were listening on radio, unfortunately, we are off radio now. Radio is at the Bridal Beauty and Bridal Fair at the Accra International Conference Center. Right. And you're expected to drive that way, go through the place and see what is going on. A lot of things for you to pick for yourselves, especially if you are in the preparation to get married, soon. Thank you very much. Now, Kofi O Asenso says that, you see, what I hate is when people come as unbiased and it turns that they have party colors under their skin. Okay, so that's all you had to say. That's what you're tweeting. Thank you very much. It's been noted.